podcast. I think we're live on Facebook, but still waiting to be live on YouTube and Instagram. So, just as a review, you can tune in on YouTube at the Purple Pigeon Jam. You can tune in on Instagram at the Purple Pigeon Jam. And I'm also broadcasting this on my Facebook for those of you who, still getting into the following the Purple Pigeon Jam on social media. So it looks like we're live on everything, and it's time to get started with the podcast. Did the church bells ring? That's weird. It's 12:02. I usually wait for them to finish because, you don't want the church bells to ring in the middle of the podcast. I guess we're just going to hope they don't ring late. Here we go. Live from Calor y Cariño Studios, I'm your host, Natalia Malone, and this is the Purple Pigeon Jam. This is a podcast where your comments, your suggestions get turned into live musical improvisation. So if you're tuning in on Instagram, on YouTube, on Facebook, you can send in a comment now. And the way it works is I'll make some music about that. So for today's episode, you might be wondering why I have this big drum here. So this is a lion dance drum, and the way it ended up here is the story starts quite a while ago. I started when I was 11 years old. I started doing martial arts, Hung-Ga, Southern style Kung Fu, and one of the really important parts of martial arts, of Kung Fu specifically, is that we have lion dance. And you might have seen it if went out to celebrate the Lunar New Year, the Year of the Rat. Happy New Year, everybody. Kung Hei Fa Choi, or Xin Yin Kuai Le. That's in Cantonese and Mandarin. So there are the people in the Kung Fu school that do the lion dance part, and the people that do the drumming, and there are some people that do both. So I was 11, and I would see my senior training brothers and training sisters playing this big drum, and it was always my dream to play it. But that's not how I got started on the drum. I started on the cymbals, and had to wait through many years of cold Lunar New Year's of playing the cymbals, and finally I graduated. I'm gonna pause for a second because it looks like I'm paused on one of the lives. So I'll be right back while I check on what's going on. Do you know which live is paused? I think we should be live. Are we live now? On Instagram? Yes. All right. Sorry for that brief intermission. So, as I was saying, for every Chinese New Year, every Lunar New Year, because it's not just celebrated in China, it's celebrated in many different countries, Korea, Japan, Taiwan, all over, and it was a long day, because basically you would go from store to store, from place to place, restaurants, businesses, and you would kind of scare away the evil spirits through the lion dance. So I'm just going to show you guys a little bit of what the beats sound like and what they're called, and then I'm going to try to combine a little bit of this traditional lion dance drumming with some musical improvisation with your comments, in honor of the new year, in honor of, starting off the new year right, sharing some music, and trying out something new. All right, so the first thing that you usually, I think we're pause again. I don't know. I'm just gonna keep going because here it says that I'm live, so I'm gonna keep going. All right. So I'm gonna show you the high dance, which is when the lion kind of comes in and is standing up. And when you're playing the drums, you're supposed to be sitting in a horse dance. So it goes like this. So that second part, when you heard it transition to the second pattern, that's called the low dance. So it's when the lion kind of comes down and goes like that. And then there's a part that's called Chut Sing, which when you're in the low dance, which goes. And then you go back to the high dance. And then, I don't know if you've noticed sometimes there's a lettuce, a green that gets put out for the lion to get. It's a little bit of a challenge. Sometimes it's even hung out of a window, and the challenge is to try to get that green. So there's some different beats for that. Approaching the green, there's a special dance for that, which goes with this rhythm. And then while the lion eats the green, you go. And that's depending on how long the lion the person takes to kind of pull the green off of that. I'm not 100% sure if I'm live. Let me just check. All right. So I'm not live on Instagram. I'm gonna sign off on Instagram and sign back on and see if we can get that to work. Because the fun of this is improvising with your comments.